Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again. Early this morning, I produced a video for you, and it was kind of just broad scoping across the environment and hopefully offering some solutions that might be recognizable. And then the day has passed, just a few hours, and you're paying attention to what people are saying here and there across the country, what their complaints are, their concerns, and lack of solutions that are being offered. And it makes you wonder what more can be said. I mean, it just feeds you. You think about George Floyd just got a chance to play a major role in expressing to our society and societies of the world about the hatred and the bigotry that exists amongst humankind, amongst people, amongst themselves, that destroys them and kills them. And it offering each of us an opportunity to recognize what is truly going on, in hopes from that we might be able to make the right decision, not just a decision that allows us to say we are better than that, but we are as best as we know how to be. When you think of that, you might look at it in terms of upper class, a middle class, and a underclass or lower class. Three, why do those three things exist when each of those classes of people desire the same basic essentials for life? And that all of the resources necessary to satisfy all three groups come from a power we can't even see. And that the skills that's designed to produce and take from those resources all that we have said that we want, are we the people. We the people. Every level, people got roles to play, and no level can be absent in this process. So everybody's important, just as important for those things that we have determined are. And we ask ourselves, why? What's the problem? The problem is that we have learned that because we can't see God, somebody wants to play God, be God. And in every turn, they have failed. In America, they want to play God, be God. They call them presidents, they call them the Congress, they call them the Constitution. They call it all of those things that are in the process of trying to be God. And it has failed tremendously. Tremendously. All they need to substantiate the reality of that is ask people of color. I mean, that's all the evidence you need. You think the powers that could be, if there is a heaven as they have subscribed that it might be, you think they can walk into heaven after what they've done to people of color all their lives? It doesn't matter that they were taught it. People were victimized by that. And you think you can walk into heaven? You got to be out of your mind. And what conversation would convince you that, the conversation that would convince you that you would be allowed into heaven is that conversation that's sitting on the throne in America in the form of a man that said God was the same color as this man that's sitting on the throne in America. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's not unique to America. It happens in China. It happens in other places in Africa. It happens in Asia. It happens all over the world. And so I say, I have learned, and you should by now, the reality of it, it can only be fixed one way. We can't say that the cops have learned a lesson. No, they were killing other people. Soon as George Floyd soon as the murder of George Floyd was found guilty, the murderer was found guilty. As soon as that happened, there were more killings going on. So the power for cops to be able to walk around with guns and a law and a badge and permission to kill people that are a threat to the system has got to be gotten rid of. I mean, they can't have that power. It's got to be wiped out of the way. Because as long as they got it, they're going to use it. And they've been trained to use it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand. We just can't sit up and say, well, we expect them to act right. No. Now, think about that for a second. We expect them to act right. Now, how can you say that when you've seen 4 years of a president that did everything he could to bring this nation to its end? How can you say that? He didn't try to say, let's make the nation better. He said, let's destroy it. and make him the power. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Everything I just got through saying to you. Man wanted to replace God by being the power. Donald Trump exemplifies exactly what I just got through saying. What does he say? I am the only one. I am. Make me. I can. I am superior. I got the best brains. My folks were the geniuses. I was so smart. You're dumb. I know I can count on you because you're dumb and you'll do exactly what I say. I can kill people and you'll say it's okay. And then he walks out on stage before he gets on stage and everybody says he's the devil. He's the devil. He's the devil. Nearly every 20-some politician that was running against him was saying in their way, he's the devil. He's the devil. But the people said, what? The devil? Well, wow, he must be, he doesn't need you. Well, maybe he'll help us. And the people enough people embraced the devil. And then once the devil came on the scene, got in their seat, all of the people who were sitting at the table trying to tell you that he was a devil, now they just say, well, he's the boss now. And so they took a seat at the table with the devil. And now you think they still represent you. And they do represent people who are not complaining. People who say, that's not me. But then that's all they're doing. Those people still sitting there making decisions on behalf of the devil. Now you say, well, we voted the devil out. Well, you might have voted the devil's main voice out, but that didn't stop anything. All those other people who sat at the table with the devil, they are still pushing those devil's plans. And to come back and say we got to kind of quiet that down and get rid of some of this, make it seem like we got things okay. To me, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, to me, that's another trick of the devil. That's another trick to get you complacent, to think, okay, well, we're busy now. We're taking care of some business. We don't have to try to get really big and do great things. We're moving. So let's just chill it. It's going to move. And that time you sit down on your butts. And the next thing you know, what you thought you had accomplished has not accomplished you a dead blasted thing, but a seat sitting back for another 100 years as a second-class citizen. That's a trick. The power of love tells you there's only one way to avoid this stuff. Only one way to evade it. That's go to the hill. Be the best you can possibly be. Let this nation be the best it can possibly be. And it cannot be any better than affording the opportunity for your dreams to come true. So this is what I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm asking you to listen to this. Think for a moment. Talk this amongst yourselves, with your family, with your co-workers if you're working, people at the bar, people that you're smoking weed with. Talk with this stuff, then share with one another that there is a possibility that we can really fix this stuff. Now, I realize you never had this conversation before. Only conversation you've had is others. You've never had someone to say that we can fix it. We can actually have our dreams come true right here today on this earth. No one ever told you that. Tell them that it can possibly happen, or at least you hear that someone is saying that it can possibly happen. So let's pay attention. What can we do? Can it actually happen? These are some things, ladies and gentlemen, we can actually deal with. Let me say it again. These are some things that we can actually deal with. Listening to making some laws where we're going to do, that's not going to do anything, ladies and gentlemen. The truth of the matter is it's a game. It's a cop-out. The only way you can get rid of some stuff like that or use that as an excuse is if you weren't hearing me or someone else, someplace else like me. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm smart, ladies and gentlemen. No. I'm probably one of the most, I'm not ignorant, but I am to a big degree. I'm not stupid, but I am to a little degree. But what I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Unless we're trying to do the best that we can be, then every time we are honoring man and dishonoring God, every time, even when we don't know any better, we're still doing it. But the key is for someone to tell you so you can know better. And having known better, you can do better. There is no better opportunity. There's no greater opportunity than to live and let live. And that means your dreams coming true. That might not have been what I started out to say, but it is suffice. I make a note. Let me see if I said everything. We can't take the chance of other cops not being racist, because they will be. The power to do this must be removed from their hands, not by ignoring claims, but by making crime useless. Yeah, that's right. Nobody for the cops to stop. Nobody robbing anybody. Nobody stealing. Cops don't have to do that, so they don't need guns. No, they don't need guns for that necessary for any reason, at least those that can be affected, okay? Agreeing and allowing and accepting responsibility to live. That's what we the people have to do. We have to come together, agree, and allow and accept a responsibility, at least to try to live. Take power from the racist, heartless politicians. I know I said something about that. Those are the ones that sit up like Senator from Kentucky and South Carolina, Mitch McConnell and Graham and this guy down from Texas, Cruz, and Josh and those guys, you know, and you look at them. They're now look, I'm sitting here because really when you start looking, they're like when you go to a comedy show, and these guys, they tell you the truth about all kinds of things that's happening. And it's serious. But they tell it to you in such a way that you can just buffle and laugh. They're saying to you in such a way that even you know exactly what they're saying is true. So what they're actually doing is confirming your truth in such a way that you can laugh, at least for the moment. And when you see these guys in Washington, in the Senate, or wherever they might be, doing their thing, that's all it is. It's just for that moment. It's funny. It's so funny because they think that we, the people, are stupid and ignorant enough to believe that game that they're playing. But then after they do it, then you come right back down and realize why you got to do what you got to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your moment in time. This is very misty day. The rain is falling, but I had to go to the store because I want to make a pecan pie and a pie I've never made before, coconut pie. And is that right? No, not coconut. Walnut pie. And I want to do the walnut pie just like I did the pecan pie and see how it tastes. And I'll tell you about it when it's done. Till next time, have a good one. Eddie Marcus. Goodbye.